Hi, today for something a little bit different. You know, I'm normally talking about cameras. Today I'm going to talk about some photographs. Well, actually some negatives. Some time ago I was at an auction. I love going to auctions to buy cameras, and there's a good specialist camera auction near Newbury which I've been known to go to a few times. And I was at this auction about 2 years ago, mainly buying cameras. I bought a really nice Nikon, I remember, and some Leicas. But there was these two boxes of glass plates. There's one box and there's the other box, okay? And all they were labelled in I think the auction description was something like glass plates, early 19th century, scenes of Blackpool. Well, I lived near Blackpool when I was growing up, and I'm always fascinated by old photographs. And there was one in particular negative I was really fascinated about, and I thought I'll put in a bid, and there was a little bit of interest, but not as much interest as I thought there might have been. I got it for a reasonable price. It wasn't dead cheap, but it wasn't too bad. Now, what was in the boxes? We had one box of square slides, mainly scenes of Blackpool, which I'm going to come back to in a moment. And in the second box, which is this larger block, a box marked Royal Standard Plates. It hasn't got a date on. I'm just seeing if it's got a best used or date. No. But here we have some larger glass plates. Now these glass plates are as fascinating as the slides of Blackpool, because what we seem to have are theatrical actors or music hall, and there's several of them. I won't take them all out of the box, but I did scan them, and I'm going to show you the scans and have a quick chat about what I seem to have purchased. There's a figure here in the small cap which looks very music hall to me. It's interesting that we've got a plain background, and he's not, I think it's the same actor here. This is typical of costume which would have been found in a music hall around about 1900, and I think these are possibly 1900. Here we have someone in drag, again I think it's the same guy, and the costume I think would very much point to about 1900. And again, I think it's the same character, maybe in a different costume, again all pointing towards that date. These are obviously taken outside. They obviously seem to have, I mean, you look at that and you think Howard Lloyd, who was a comic, and maybe, I don't know, I would love to know more about these. As I said, they came with no information. So those are the large plates. These were the square plates. Again, we have a little lad here with what I think must be his grandmother. I mean, to me that looks very Edwardian, so we're talking 1901 to 1911. This is I have no idea where this is, but if anyone recognises it, it would be lovely to know. Again, this was all with the same number of photographs. We have some quite interesting ladies here taking tea. Again, I think the dress would point to about 1905. And this photograph here I find absolutely fascinating. We've got this guy with his cane and his cat, and there's a nosy neighbour looking over the fence. I don't know, there is just something about that photograph. Now, I think this is Blackpool, but I'm not sure. The reason I think it's Blackpool is because all the other photographs that follow seem to be Blackpool. Blackpool, that fantastic seaside northern town. I think this is the pier, the promenade. I know my granny and grandpa would take holidays in Blackpool. I love this Edwardian one. Again, it looks to me like amateur photographer, but obviously an amateur photographer with a certain eye. Now this is fascinating because this is Uncle Tom's cabin, and Uncle Tom's cabin was famous for falling into the sea, and I think it fell into the sea about 1905. Archetypal donkeys on the beach even back there, and this photograph are some boats and a steamer in the distance and people paddling. That's all I know about them. If you have any other information, I would love to know. The great thing about old photographs is, I think, the time travelling factor. We can't time travel, but we can look at another age, another time. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.